Hi guys, it's me, Pamela, and this is an episode of Pamela Fear Not. This is a recipe I have not tried before, and it's basically like 8:30 right now at night, and I'm kind of hungry, so I want a little snack. So I recently read online that Disney released a recipe, and it's a grilled cheese sandwich. And I've never had it before, but it's supposed to be from Disney's Hollywood Studios, Woody's Lunchbox. So it seemed interesting. I don't have all the ingredients. However, we're gonna do the best we can and see if this method makes a stupendous grilled cheese sandwich. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Okay, so one of the components that I thought was interesting was this cream cheesy mixture that's supposed to go in between the cheese slices. So I'm only going to make one grilled cheese sandwich, and the recipe that Disney sent is for, I think, 4 sandwiches. So I'm cutting it down as far as the amounts, but I just have a little bit of cream cheese, and I grated some sharp cheddar cheese, and we're going to mix it together with some salt. The recipe says to have some heavy cream in it. I'm assuming that's to help make it blend faster or easier, but I don't have heavy cream, and I really don't want to haul out my blender. So we're doing this by hand, and we're just going to mix these 3 together. Now I'm going to prepare the mayo mixture, and this is going to go on the outside of the grilled cheese sandwich, and it's what's going to help it cook and brown. It's just some mayo, garlic powder, and salt. The original recipe does call for minced garlic, but it's late, I'm hungry, I don't have time to chop or mince or grate some garlic, so we're just going to mix this together and get ready to build our sandwich. So I'm using Hawaiian bread. It is a very nice sweet bread that I really like for grilled cheese sandwiches or French toast, things like that. So I have slices of sharp cheddar cheese as well as mozzarella. The original recipe does call for provolone, but I use what I had. So one side is going to be the cheddar cheese, and then I'm going to put the cream cheese spread on top of that. It is a little bit difficult to do, but once it's a nice thick layer, it gets easier to kind of spread and even out. And then I'm going to top that off with the mozzarella and, of course, close the sandwich. I'm going to use that mayo mixture, and I'm going to spread it all over one side of my sandwich. Heat up a nonstick pan. You don't need to put any oil or butter in it since we have the mayo on the bread. And once it's hot enough, but not too hot, go ahead and put the mayo side down, and then quickly spread mayo on the exposed piece of bread now. That way both sides will have the mayo on it. And just going to check to make sure that it gets browned on the bottom side before we flip. Once I flipped it over, I made sure that I kept the spatula on top to try and squish and melt the grilled cheese sandwich. I want to make sure that the outsides are nice and toasty without being burned, but also that the cheese inside is nice and melty and gooey. Here we have a version of the Disney grilled cheese from Woody. And so I went ahead and cut it. It's not as melty cheesy as I'd wanted, but I also didn't want to burn the bread, so I went ahead and took it off once it was nice and browned, which the mayo did a nice brownie effect. Of course, you can see the cream cheese mixture in the middle, and we're gonna give it a little taste. I love that I chose to do the Hawaiian bread with this. It just gives a nice little buttery taste without me having to use butter. It's a perfectly fine grilled cheese sandwich. Maybe if I had followed the instructions exactly, it would be more mind-blowing, but it is definitely a good grilled cheese sandwich. I wouldn't mind doing it again. It is a few more steps than, you know, your normal or basic regular grilled cheese sandwich, but maybe I just need to take another bite. I don't think I got the cheesy part or the cream cheese mixture in that first bite. Okay, I definitely got cream cheese that time. And it definitely adds, of course, the creaminess with the melty cheesiness. It's pretty good. And the mayo, it actually just acts kind of like butter, so I don't really taste any weird mayo flavor. But anyways, I hope you like this video. Give this grilled cheese sandwich a try from Disney, and hopefully yours comes out more spectacular than mine did. Of course, mine is a perfectly good grilled cheese sandwich. Don't get me wrong, it's delicious, but I just don't know if it's quite worth the extra steps, but it is a good grilled cheese sandwich, so give it a try. If you like these kind of videos, please subscribe. Check out, of course, the Disney recipe link that's in my description box, as well as some other information. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Pamela Fear Nots. Bye, guys.